Hi, I'm Jess. I got brought up in a Catholic family and didn't really understand what that meant, to be honest. As time went on, my family stopped going to church, or my parents stopped going, and just kind of didn't go anymore. As I kind of grew up through my teenage years, I found I struggled quite a lot, finding out who I was, my identity, that sort of thing. And I began to get an eating disorder. Struggled quite a lot with that in my early 20s, as I am now as well, particularly with exercise as well. I do feel the need to kind of compulsively kind of walk and exercise, and I remember one particular occasion, it was really horrible weather outside and really not walking weather at all, but I just felt like I had to. I went out in the rain and I was just feeling utterly miserable, really didn't want to be doing it, but just felt like I needed to. And I was just walking and walking and walking and starting to feel really exhausted and wanting to stop, but I couldn't actually stop myself. I kept walking and walking, and the rain kind of got harder and harder, and I was just like, you know what, I can't keep doing this. It was like there was a moment where I just suddenly realised that what I was doing was just really not safe and really not good. And I remember I was walking up the road and I just saw this building at the end, and I was like, oh, I can shelter in there. So I kind of went in, and there was like these little benches on the outside of the building, and I kind of sat and sheltered in there, and I was like, what is this place? I never been there before, and I realised it was Woodlands Church. I just remember being on the outside of the building and just hearing singing and things going on in there and not really knowing what it was. And for some reason, I just opened the door to kind of have a peek in. And I just remember as I opened the door, there was just like this warmth, this like bright light, people singing, and it just looked really, really happy. And I was like, what is this? I want to see what this is. And I kind of went in the door a bit, and Rob Scott Cook, I think it was, he was there, and he just kind of indicated for me to sit down, and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, oh, I think so. Kind of just sat there, and that was kind of the beginning of my kind of start of finding my relationship with God, I think, and beginning of my faith. It was nearly 2 years ago that I walked into the church, and since then I found that my journey of faith's kind of come a long way. I've learned a lot very quickly, and I've just been really eager to know and learn more, I guess. Particularly over the last couple of months, I've really felt strongly about being baptised, not just spiritually to connect to God and to kind of say I accept Jesus and I love Jesus, and it's not just about that for me. It's also, there's a physical aspect and an illness aspect of it that for me, I really want to use this opportunity of baptism to kind of say, no, this isn't enough. I can't live with this illness, this eating disorder. It has to stop. And I've had hospital admissions in the past. I've tried lots of different things and it's still not working. And I could quite easily sit there and kind of think, you know, this is never going to leave me. I'm just going to be bound up with it forever. But I'm using my baptism as a test and a chance to kind of say no. Like all the other times I've tried, yeah, but Jesus hasn't been there with me, and I've done it differently. This time I want it to be, you know, I want it to work, and I want it to work, and I know it can work because I'm choosing to accept Jesus, and because I want God to work in my recovery, and I give my recovery to God as well this time. So for me, being baptised is about coming out of my eating disorder into a place of freedom, as well as accepting Him.